Right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, this is just an addendum really to this A-series engine rebuild, and it's quite an important point that the beginners like myself at one point, you may fall foul of this if you're not very careful. Now the conrods, as you can see, there's 4 conrods to the engine, but more specifically I want to draw your attention to what's called the offset on the conrods. Now each conrod, you can see, you might think they're all identical, but 2 have got an offset to the right, like those in particular, and 2 have got an offset to the left. Now if I put them both together, the left one and the right one, you can see they are different. So you must be very careful when you're reassembling the engine, because it will tell you which conrod goes into which piston bore. And if you've bought a book, which I'm hoping you will have bought a book, it actually goes to give you a diagram and actually tells you about it, because it's very important. You can actually assemble the engine with those conrods in the wrong place, and the engine will turn, but it will be very tight, and not only will you end up having to strip it down again, but if you've tried to start the engine, you may very well have done quite a lot of damage. So remember that it's very important. The conrods do look identical, but they're not identical. 2 are offset to the left, 2 are offset to the right. Now you'll also see there's a very tiny little hole in there, in the conrod, and it goes through to a drilling on the back. It's drilled through and there's a very tiny little hole, and it is tiny, believe me. So what I do, I get myself a piece of copper wire, a little thin piece of copper wire, spin 2 or 3 strands together if you can, if you haven't got anything else, and then what I tend to do, just to make sure everything's right, I put that in there, into the little hole, just bear with me, and poke it through. And then I also give it a squirt from the back with some brake cleaner, and then you know that that hole's clear. And in the end where your gudgeon pin goes, you'll see that there's another drill in. I can just get it on camera for you. Yeah, there. There's a drill in at the bottom, but it also comes through into the top, into the inside of the piston, into the piston little end. And that there has to be clean as well. Make sure that that's clean. So if you're like me, what I generally do, I don't clean everything all at once. I tend to clean the part that I'm going to work on, and then I go from there. Now I did get some feedback about the engine lock tabs on the previous video. Now it's entirely up to you. These things have probably only ever been used once. If you feel that you've got the budget to buy them, buy some new ones. If you haven't, and you're fairly competent in the fact that you can bend them over again without breaking anything off, then by all means use them again. It's not hard and fast rule. If you want to spend probably another, I don't know, these will be £2 each, so if you want to spend another £8 onto your build, if you're like me, you're on a low budget, you don't want to be wasting money. I tend to buy high quality shells and bearings and rings than cheap Chinese ones. I tend to buy the more expensive ones, so it's entirely your choice. If I found that those weren't any good to bend over again, then I would have no hesitation in buying a new one. But that's just to get you an idea. So there are all the basic component parts already laid out. You've got your 4 conrods, you've got your caps, you've got your lock tabs, and you've got your bolts. They're all clean. All these bolts, as I've told you before, whenever you come to reassembling it, don't tighten anything up with a spanner that you can't already tighten up with your fingers first. So that's all nicely cleaned up. You're not going to get your hands dirty then. You can put a little pair of little rubber gloves on if you want, or you can not clean them and then you end up getting blathered in oil. So that's that. So hopefully that's an addendum now to the rebuild, and that'll just an important point that you really must pay attention to. Don't just assemble the engine without reading thoroughly the way to do it in the manual, because you might just miss something that's very important. That in particular is important. So thanks for watching this video. It's for the amateur builder, so if you're a professional builder, I'm not showing you anything that you don't already know. So bear that in mind when you're criticising this video. It's for new builders on a low budget. So thanks for watching the video, and if you like the channel so far, please subscribe to it. Thanks a lot.